Dadam Simang Haliting in the house, Kikupa joiner on our stage. Right. My panel is all on board and we're ready to start. All right. Very warm greeting. We need a warm one, right, tonight? It's a bit chilly. I think winter's officially giving us a bit of a side note that it's officially here. Thank you so much for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We really do appreciate it. Our technical glitch is still there, but we're going to continue smoothly with the program. I'm going to ask for something really quickly. Everybody to whip out their phones. Everybody to take out their phones. It feels like church, you know, and the pastor's just checking if you brought your Bibles. And if your phone is that tick one, it needs to be like smart. It needs to be a phone. Can I see the smartphones out there? Okay, only one person has a phone here. Where are the phones? Just wave the phones. All right, and I want you guys all to go to the camera mode. Quickly, camera mode. Quickly. My panel, are you there as well? Yeah. You didn't bring your phones? You're at the wrong show. If you didn't bring your phones, you're at the wrong show. Camera mode ready? All right, so everybody who's behind you is part of your selfie, technically. All right, are we ready? Okay, those phones that hold, you know those awkward people who have to change their phones around? No. I said smartphones, ladies and gentlemen, smartphones. Are we ready for the selfie? Is everybody ready for the selfie? You gotta hold it high, get the lighting, make sure that you're not the Beyonce in the picture. Everybody's gotta shine. All right, let's see. Okay, we're gonna count it down in 3, 2, 1, selfie! All right, just in case it wasn't nice, change direction a little bit in 3, 2, 1, selfie! Okay, your faces are wrong for these selfies. You're concentrating too much on taking the selfie and not keeping the smile. In 3, 2, 1, big cheese, selfie! There you go, and one last one with my panel. You've got to serve. This is where you serve. Are you ready? Sneak in there. 1, 2, 3. My selfie skills are really bad. Did you enjoy the selfies? Did you get the right ones? How? How do you get the selfie? Okay, I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to do a selfie before you leave here. It's very important that we start with the basics. And on that note, we would like to please, ladies and gentlemen, if you can help me honor all our veterans that are here tonight. Can we give them a round of applause? They're honoring us tonight. They're with us. We will show them how to take selfies today. And we will make sure by the time they leave tonight The apps are fully loaded on their phones and they know exactly what they're doing. My name is Rosebank and I'm going to be your facilitator tonight. I have an incredible panel behind me. I'm going to introduce them in a bit, but it's been an interesting time. We were just speaking upstairs that the digital revolution is probably the most interactive and engaging revolution thus far, for a number of reasons. One, it's changing the scope of how business, politics, relationships, WhatsApp, you know, yeah, no, WhatsApp has brought people together and separated them. But it's really just changed the face of communication and interacting, and more importantly, access. When I think about you, I can quickly go onto an app, click on an app, send you a message, and instantaneously start a conversation with you. So today, without any waste of time, we are launching the ANC mobile app. That deserves a round of applause. I'll tell you why it deserves a round of applause. Because one, not many political parties have done this. We actually are the first in the country to embark on this journey. And we'll speak about why this has been an important journey for the ANC to take and why it's relevant for a time such as this. Without any waste of time, I would like to introduce my beautiful panel. Aren't they gorgeous? Show them love. I know it's cold, but you have to show them love. Show them love. All right, I'm sure you have gotten a sense that tonight is going to be slightly different, not your usual. It's an interactive session. We want to hear what our panelists have to say, but more importantly, we also want to interact with you as we launch this app. Before I even introduce them, I'm just going to walk down. They need to tell me their favorite platform that they like to engage with on social media. Can you quickly guess, just by looking at them? Judge them quickly? Judge them quickly. Judge, are you done judging? Okay, cool. I'm gonna start here. Tatumsma.
What's up?
What's up? I'll tell you why I'm laughing. He said that exactly like my mom. King.
What's up?
You what's up? Yo, sir?
Newspaper.
Newspaper.
Instagram.
Instagram. All right. Ma?
WhatsApp and Signal.
Signal giving.
Yes.
It ain't signal. Signal giving.
Hey, wait.
Hey guys, when I signal, I've never heard of signal. Lights up a signal. Give us the signal. Can we guess? Can we just take 2 seconds and guess which is his favorite? Should we even ask him? Let me skip him for 2 seconds. Dina, what's your favorite, darling?
You know Twitter's my favorite.
Twitter's your favorite? But you've got like 100 million people on Instagram.
Yes, but you can't talk to them. You just have to smile at them on Instagram. You must talk to them on Twitter.
Okay, cool. And let's see if we all guess correctly.
Facebook.
I don't think either of us believe that statement. That is probably the only statement we should not believe tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our panelists, they're here. They have WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram. There's many, but the most important that we're speaking about tonight. And the reason why I'm asking what their favorite is to show the power of what social media has done over the years. And it's a very short space of time, but it's an impactful time. And that's why ANC felt it was necessary to launch the ANC mobile app tonight. TV presenter, social activist Nina Hastings is with us tonight. Can we give her a round of applause? Head of elections, Mr. Facebook tonight. So weird. Not syncing with it tonight, Comrade Fikile Balula. Can we give him a round of applause? He's one of our... Mama really giving us the signal tonight. Really, honestly giving us the signal tonight. DSG is with us tonight. Can we give a round of applause and honor her for being with us tonight? Absolutely excited to have her. He's an author. He's also probably one of the most vocal individuals on social media. But more importantly, I must note this, and to our veterans, I'll explain a little bit later. One of the first people to get verified in South Africa. There's this little blue tick. If that blue tick is not there, we're not sure about you. So he was one of the first people that Twitter felt we were sure about. Can we give Kaya a round of applause? He's joining our panel tonight. And last but not least, Mizantate WhatsApp tonight. Datem Simang, one of our veterans, is joining us. An honor to have you here, sir, joining the conversation. Can we give him a round of applause as we acknowledge him tonight? All right, so we're going to have an interesting conversation. Now, we've already sort of started with the power of social media, what it can do, what impact it can have. But I want to ask our panelists here tonight, apart from your individual favorite platforms to use, Nina, you said you love communicating with people. Instagram, it's pictures. Twitter gives you an opportunity to talk to people. But does social media and social activism really work? Is there room for such a thing? Is it just a concept in our minds? It sounds nice. It's a cute hashtag. Kai, I'll come to you. Is there a place in politics for social activism?
Absolutely. I think if you go back to ancient history, 2008, when,
Before the time of Twitter.
well, it was actually during Twitter,
Was it during Twitter?
when Barack Obama was running to be president, he used the social media very, very effectively. And in fact, I think his case study is still, to this day, is used as one of the greatest examples of how a politician or politics could apply, activism and political party or political organization. There is space for it, and we saw what happened in Egypt, during the Arab Spring and all of that, and that was all because of social media.
An entire revolution took place.
Yeah, so I think that there is definitely space for it, and I think we have seen the results. I remember a few years ago, I think it was 2014 or 2015, I don't remember. There was when we had one of the flare-ups of xenophobia. A couple of us organized. We got tired of complaining on social media because of we needed to do something. So we got a whole bunch of us to get on a bus to Durban, and in a space of 12 hours, we managed to fill up that bus. We got people to go to Durban to participate in the march. And when we got back, again, via social media, we got supplies for people, like in the bus. I mean, we couldn't even, with so many supplies, we didn't know what to do because the places we went to, they said they couldn't, they had too much stuff from us. So social media is very effective, very powerful.
DSG, I want to come to you. And the question then becomes, we hear that social activism is important. It has played a role. There's many case studies, as you've pointed out a few, that showcase and becomes our touch points to see that it really does have a place. My question then becomes, why now?
I was born very long after technology, and we did wait for a signal rather long tonight, but it came,
Yes.
it eventually came. Otherwise, we were doing the signal. But I think the most important issue really is providing platforms that enable people to make informed comments. I think that's critically important today. And I think our app is intending to do that, is to give people a space to engage with the ANC, to ignite debate and conversation based on facts, based on information that is credible and real. And also I think in the more recent history, 2012, 2013, 14, I don't know how recent that is for you, but that's recent history.
It's a little bit closer. It's
I
not too
think so.
ancient. It's a little bit closer.
Social activism in terms of assisting people in various ways. I think one thinks so immediately of when a child was raped in a bathroom in a restaurant, and what social media did to not only alert parents about the danger, but also to find the perpetrator. So I think there's that element. But for the ANC, I believe what excites us now is an ability to, people are interested in what's going on in our country. And we're interested in engaging. We're interested in making sure that we engage with each other, various views, topics of interest. It doesn't matter. Let's talk. And that's what an app enables you to do. But the difference is you also will have information that you can rely on, and that's what we're looking forward to.
DSG touches on a very important fact, which is the validity or the solidness of information that we get. And I bear witness to this. So 2 days ago, we were at Rand Show, a big moment President Thabo Mbeki is there. It's about 10 years since we've seen him vocally and outspokenly saying what his stance is. And some of the tweets that I was reading were completely different from what he actually said. And oftentimes, I'm the individual who is sitting at home reading the tweets. But this time, I had the pleasure to sit next to him and hear him and go, the two don't come together. Now, Twitter and social media and platforms are very quick with distributing information. What do you think this app is going to bring in terms of providing a space, a safe space to get information?
Thanks, Rory. There's two things that are important about social media. One, that it's disruptive. It's part of this new this technological revolution. But it also happens in a space and time that coincides with South Africa's revolution and awakening, in terms of it being a space that's free of hegemony. So it's not, it is not controlled by anybody's particular social agenda. The social agenda belongs to the people, and it is a free space for people to communicate. That is important for freedom, but it is also a dangerous space when people don't have the correct facts, as you say. So everybody's a journalist now. In 140 characters, they're summarizing something that might be very profound and very important for us to apply, that will help us make a decision as to who we are voting for, or whatever the decision might be, whether we are going to find a perpetrator of a crime or whatever the case may be. If that information is incorrect, it can lead to catastrophic results. So the fact that there's going to be an app that gives us as much accurate information within the same time frame, as opposed to like searching for a tweet or searching for a thread that might lead to some sort of information about a manifesto or what I should think, or what a think piece on what I should vote for, as opposed to actually having facts on hand, easily accessible.
One of the things, and you'll get to enjoy and get to see some of the app, but one of the things I found is when I get into conversations with individuals who consider themselves not politically inclined, the first thing is to shut off, because it's like, you guys and your politic things and your jargon and the way you behave and the way you dress and the way you talk. But I found the app to be quite friendly. It felt like it's for everyone. Looking at the ANC as a body that houses different types of people who come from different types of backgrounds, different age groups. How do you feel the app is necessary to, most times when people think of digital, they think young people. And with this app, we're not saying it's a digital space for young people. We're saying it's a digital space, it's an app for all ANC members and the public at large who want to understand and join the ANC. How are we bridging this?
Well, for starters, I think it's going to introduce, oh, my feet.
It's another app.
No, we can't be arguing now about whether it's good or not good to have social media. It's here with us to live. You've got to adapt or we're dead. For the ANC, I see a lot of value in very many ways. But one of them is you're talking about young people being associated with this kind of thing. You'd be amazed, actually, at how many of us, I go beyond WhatsApp, do other things. No, it creates an amazing platform, for putting correct information, for the ANC it will be, and it opens you up to challenge, to debate, and so on. That forum is created instantaneously, not only in South Africa, all over the world. There's a lot of interest in the world in what's going on in South Africa. And believe you me, however hard our fortunes may be at certain times, the ANC is still looked upon as a provider of information beyond just political information. People want to know, and I think the app should be used very broadly to talk about what South Africa is, what's going on culturally, politically for sure, but across the board. Business, you can't do anything without that. So I see a huge opportunity for transmitting information, making information available instantaneously across this whole world.
Comrade Figlin Balula, the feeling is usually that there's a lot of political hype, if I could call it that for lack of a better term, during election runs. And after election runs, there's a settle down, everybody goes back into their normal spaces. Many might perceive this incorrectly and think it's an election run, it's another campaign that is here to boost the elections. Can we clarify that tonight in terms of the app is meant to live longer?
Yeah, we are unapologetic about the fact that it's aimed at boosting the campaign, because we get to the people and we reach out. But this is not just for election. It goes beyond that. Already in terms of this app, we reach out to 1 million ANC members. Today, just by activating, we've got 8,000 people who have downloaded this app and who are watching us already as we speak. It means we can send our message to people who love the ANC directly from us. And in that way, we say the ANC speak for itself. And that's what this app is all about. And we're broadening the conversation in the digital space and reaching out. The ANC leads, others follow. As you can see, there's no campaign here. People are copycatting us. Tomorrow they will launch an app, and it's not going to work because they don't know how to do it, because it takes time. We are now on Android. DSG is not on Android, but we'll be on Google in 2 weeks, and then you can download the app. You can get the message of the ANC. Anytime, anywhere. You can listen to the president of the ANC. You can read about our manifesto. For those who are lazy to read our manifesto, like President Mbeki said, 66 pages, right? We have made it very simple for you. Those abatandu zikanjes nhloko, those who like you like the headlines, we have simplified the manifesto here to understand exactly what we say as the ANC on a whole range of issues. So we are excited.
Can I assume that this is one of the main mandates of the app? For access to information, but also to convey the message in a way that Rorusang would be able to understand, that Simang would be able to understand, Akaya would be able to understand. Is that the aim of the app, to reach the masses?
It's interactive also. It means you can send your own information about the campaign, where you are campaigning. You can also give advice to the leadership of the ANC. You can ask questions about the ANC. And I'm happy to announce that our website is back, anc.org.za. And we lost our website, but it's back. So that website is the richest website in the country about the history of the ANC and so on. So we've got it back. And then this app will also add value in terms of ensuring that people can get access to information about the ANC, but equally the ANC can interact with everybody, young people and everyone. I mean, many ANC activists and leaders are on WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
And then they are on Facebook. I'm the only one on Twitter. 1.6 million followers.
Come on now.
Verified.
Are you
verified.
I was waiting for the
Verified. Verified, not robots.
Not
verified.
Hey, Tinabas who are not verified. Maybe reach 1.6 million followers. Kaya, you're a storyteller. And one of the coolest things I saw on the app, which I'm really particularly excited about, is the idea of the blogs. Now, blogs are quite a big movement. It's a space where people feel they can, obviously they'll be vetted, but it's a space where people feel that they can share, they can express themselves. What value do you think this is going to add? Because the biggest complaint out there, particularly when it comes to political parties, is that we hear you all the time, but you never hear us. What do you think is the power of us having the element of blogs from people from South Africa? What impact that is going to bring?
Well, I suppose what that will do is it will give the is that it will provide the party a lot more information about what people are really going through. And I think what's great about that is it will really bring back that era and that age of when the leadership lived amongst the people. And what I mean by that, so if you're looking at like back in the 60s and the 70s, before I was alive, you had leaders living in the community. And so what's happened now, like the national leadership, they're living, well, not that like, suburbs aren't part of the community, but they are living in suburbs, and they don't have that street committee mentality or vibe of the past. And I think that the ability now for people to be able to write and communicate and express what they're going through and what they're feeling will be a lot more immediate than as opposed to, it won't be a matter of like having to go and find, and find a research agency to tell you, what people are going through, because they'll be telling you in real time.
It's real life data that we're getting. DSG, I want to come to you. Does the app then put some level of accountability on the party? Because if we are telling our stories, if I'm saying to you, Gidula booking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I put it on the app and I interact with you, is there a level of responsibility now that's placed on the party to respond and to communicate because it's interactive?
I think that's one of the more exciting parts of the app. I also want to say that we won't replace door-to-door work, nor will we replace direct contact. This will amplify. It's an additional mode of communication, giving recognition to the fact that many people are using social media. And I think we're one of the countries quite lucky enough to have almost over 100% of our people have cell phones. But yes, it would do that. Yes, it would mean faster recognition of what people are asking to be corrected in their lives, and certainly provide the ANC with a platform that we can move a little bit quicker instead of waiting to go door to door and then to Mamina, and then you fix things as you go on the ground. This will give you a quicker reason to respond much faster. And for me, I think that's one of the most exciting parts of that.
I love that it's interactive. So it's interactive, it's access, and lastly, and most importantly, it's accurate information that we're sharing. I want to share this video with you a little bit before we close it off with our panel. And it's just showing some of the power and I guess the usage of digital and how it's been impactful over the past couple of years, 2008, maybe a little bit further, the ancient times, and how this new development of digital coming into our spaces has changed everything. If you could just turn your eyes to our screens for that video. To get a bit of a word. Are we good? Have you downloaded the app?
No, not as yet.
Not as yet. A few days ago, like I stated, we had the opportunity to welcome President Thabo Mbeki to Rancho. He got to pledge, which all of you have done here tonight. It was a really, really special moment. But I think more than it just being a special moment and him getting interviewed by the press, it was a moment that really amplified the importance of us coming together, young and old, to recognize that times such as elections are important for us to all be on board. As somebody who's lived through many elections, who's been part of the political party ANC, for you, why is it important for us to come together, sir, in times like these, as people who've seen it all, and encouraging us who are only jumping onto the wagon now? Why is that synergy important?
Well, in the first place, we've experienced difficulties in the past. And having gone through instances where we lost a couple of metros and so on, it is quite important at this stage for us to, forget about what happened in the past as part of our way of bringing, and also to renew the ANC. And it's quite encouraging to see more and more young people taking an active, role in ensuring that things happen in a way that would benefit them. Speaking about, the future, we are already in the future, which is, the space at which you are not at the moment. And that is why it is so important for young people to be proactive, because the future is about them. And if there's anything that did not go right in the future that we are experiencing right now, which is not your future, yours is still, to come.
Sure, that's a challenge. Our future is still to come. Dada spoke very beautifully about the young and the future and us moving forward. I want to ask, is there importance of having the veterans and those who were here before us still actively participating and playing their part? Did you just move? Did you just shift me? Is there still an importance for our veterans, people who have lived through many and have seen many and have stayed strong within the party? Is there an importance for their active participation in elections?
You're talking about with the app?
Elections.
Yes, very important for people to speak. But I find that what's happening on social media, on the news, on everything else, is a lot of fake news, a lot of sneering, a lot of misunderstanding. I hate Facebook.
But you love the ANC app?
I don't know yet. I would like to follow the election. That I would. But I'm not sure about what's going to come out. And, I'm used to a time when newspapers gave real news. And the opposition during apartheid, the Rand Daily Mail, gave real news. Now I don't know what to believe, what not to believe, and I found we're moving into a rather frightening scenario with all these apps, social media, everybody's opinion, and it worries me.
And I think that's the worry that we're speaking to tonight. And I think that's the key importance of what the app will do, is that we do, and you're correct in saying that, we do live in a time where news is relative. It's based on emotion, it's based on who's there and which outlook they'd like to give. But the app plays an important role in ensuring that accurate information is brought out. So after reading that Facebook article that's saying one thing, I can always go onto the app and find accurate information to verify it. And I think that's one of the main reasons why this app is going to be quite a pivotal move, because it's how do we begin to tell the ANC narrative the ANC way? And that's important in a time when people want to know information, in a time when people want real news, and in a time when people want real answers. We're doing live broadcasts, we're doing news coverage. It's our way, it's not filtered down. I'm gonna end with you, Ba. You giving me a look?
Yes.
Don't give me a look.
No.
Is there room for the old and the young to merge in preserving the legacy of ANC?
Yes, I think the veterans by their nature, they have the history and the understanding of where the ANC comes from. And in Zulu you say, indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili. Now, any nation that knows not where it comes from, it will not value what it's got, and it will not be in a position to defend what it's got. For instance, if you look at our situation, if the young do not sit down with the veterans and they get the veterans' experience, they will be in a position to avoid some of the mistakes that the veterans have made. Secondly, when it comes to leadership, I believe that the best leaders are leaders who have in the past been in a position of being led and listening.
All right, powerful words. I think that's a beautiful way to close it. You know, as I approached him, he's like, why me? Because we want to hear you. They're more senior than you, but we want to hear your thoughts this evening, rather. The app is launching. It's here for access. It's here for connectivity. And it's here for accuracy. The importance of having platforms such as the app, and more importantly, the integration of the past generations and the incoming generations, the need for us to stand together.
Yeah, well, I think it's important that the app has been launched. As you know, that information is it's key in society. And I would assume that it will be accurate information. Young people will be able to research, be able to read, be able to be knowledgeable. And as we know that the ANC is the only party that has solid policies on economics, on education, on health. They'll be able to see exactly ANC policies. But of course, we know that we have made mistakes in terms of implementing those policies. But now, this social media will put us in scrutiny. People scrutinize whether are we implementing those policies accurately or not. And they'll be able to criticize us positively and have to be critical of what we're doing. And so I'm happy that the app is there. It will be our watchdog to make sure that we implement ANC policies accurately. I'm happy with the app itself.
Last but not least, before I close it off with you, there's been word that young people are stepping back from elections. They don't want to participate. What is your message of encouragement to young people who will see this? Because we're live on our broadcast, on our app currently. Why is it important that we participate in days like the 8th of May?
Well, I think it's important for all young people to go and vote, and to vote for any other party but ANC. Because ANC is their future. ANC is our future. It was our future, it's still our future. I think young people should take interest in what is happening in their own country, and it's also in their own political organization, because there's no other organization which has credible policies than the ANC. So it's important that young people must be interested in politics, because this is their country. They can travel throughout the whole world. They'll never find a country like South Africa. We have everything going for us. And so they are the ones who have to make it happen. And so for them to make it happen, they have to read, they have to engage with the app itself, they have to understand where the ANC is coming from and where the ANC is going. And so the future it's in their hands. And we believe that as young people we can bring about positive change that will make South Africa better.
Definitely. Thank you so much. That deserves a round of applause. Can we just honor all our veterans who've spoken to us? I want to close with you. And my question is then very simple, in the sense that this app, like we've discussed as the panel and some of the audience members have also had an opportunity to speak, is here for longevity. What is the ultimate, so what's the take home tonight? If we all leave and we forget anything tonight, what is the take home? What are we trying to do with this app? What's the take home tonight?
I think it's an incredible information tool in your hand. It's accessible, it's user-friendly. You'll be able to deal with issues of your own interest on the app, interact with those issues. You can blog your own stories. And I think that's exciting. You can keep the ANC accountable by ensuring that issues that you wish to see addressed are put out on the app. We can engage on many issues of policy. And I think that's a very important aspect of it. As new ideas come up, beginning to examine policies, how they work, if they work, making suggestions from people as to how they can work better, giving mind to the fact that the ANC is a particular type of organization. We won't, for instance, ever support the death penalty, for example. But there are ways and means of using this app as an unmitigated tool of information for the ANC. It's a source of information for the ANC, and it's a source of communication for the ANC and the public at large. So it's not only for ANC members. This app is for anybody who's interested in what's happening in South Africa and in the ANC. And so it's a valuable tool, and I think the takeaway is please download it immediately.
Yes. And how you do that, if you're on Android, you'll all have an opportunity to do so. Our head of elections had already alluded to the fact that it will be on other platforms, and you'll be able to get it as soon as possible. But in the time being, if you do want to see some of the information that is there, that is accessible on the app, you can go to voteanc.org.za. Pretty much is the same sort of information that you can find. So it's just about a week that we need to wait, and it will be officially running. Closing statements from everyone. Nina, let's start with you. Just from our conversation, your thoughts?
I think, what's really important is to be able to allow South Africans to make an informed decision. That's our immediate situation, to make an informed decision, not by hearsay, to have an official stance and official information that is easy to digest. There are like bite-sized bits that are on the app as well that, I can share with my family members or my friends and people in my community, but there's also the full manifesto that you can download as well. So just to make sure that there's accurate information that I can, as a citizen, can feel that this is the place where I can find accountability, or that that the party can find official accountability in a social media space where I can go, okay, this is the policy. This is something that I believe in. This is somewhere that I can cast my vote. Not, anything other than that. Moving forward, there's going to be other places where it's interactive and you can, communicate, but that's going to be after the fact. But my big takeout is official information on an app that is easy to use for everyone that I know.
No, I'm going to skip you because you're coming up right now. If you can give us your closing statements, ma'am.
I thought I had.
Oh, yes, you have, actually. Kaya, your
Thank you.
closing statements?
I'd say just to, I think for me what it really provides again is that opportunity to have, accurate information that the party wants to represent out there. But I think what is also more important is that it's just to make sure that it is not an app that is only designed for ANC members, because what you've got to do, you've got to be able to get people to go there who are otherwise not ANC members, who are opposed to the ANC, who don't really have accurate information. How do you get those people to get to the app to find the correct and accurate information as opposed to the little snippets? Because the danger of apps is that it will only be downloaded by the people who are going to vote for the party anyway. So how do you get those people who won't, who don't think they will vote for the party, get them on the app and get them to change their minds?
Hopefully that is our mission.
Yeah, a really good challenge to not preach to the converted. It's important that others who are not familiar or who get to know about the ANC from news that is given by others should be able to access the app. But two things. Quickly, you get to know what's going on in the organization. You can't be tardy. We are remaining behind. I think right now, certain parties are much quicker on the social media than we are. I think this app should assist. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, really, to make people not fear to interact with the app. But I think it will also help with accountability. When somebody says, I saw this and that, and posts this on the app, there should be an immediate response. Otherwise, were exposed. So it's really going to be a good test for our accountability, willingness to be accountable. Otherwise, it will expose us.
Can we give our panelists a round of applause, please? All right. So just by a show of hands, how many of us already have the app? Yes. And we've been talking about the app. Oh, yeah, I just saw the yellow when you waved your phone. I'm like, you're with us. You're definitely with us. But yes, we're going to now have an opportunity to hear from Comrade Fikile Mbalula, who's going to explain to us from a functional point of view how the app works. And thereafter, we'll have an opportunity to interact with the app itself. We will invite you to come and see how it works, test it out a little bit, see the functions and some of the divisions that it has. But for now, without any waste of time, I'd like to call him up. Are you going to do it from there, sir? You can't see. All right, you can grab my mic.
In terms of the app, as it has been explained, it is informed by the fact that South African voters in 2019 are digital. South Africa's smartphone penetration is now at 80%. 82% of smartphone users in South Africa are on Android. Sharing ANC news and events on your device is quicker, including addressing important issues in society and also allowing ANC supporters to share their campaigning. ANC app users can share content directly with the ANC, videos, etc. And the hard work being done by the ANC members in all our provinces. But like we said, it is simplified breakdown of ANC manifesto, what you will get, campaign news and blog, campaign audio, music, ANC videos, voting, FAQs, live ANC TV broadcasts built into the app. You'll follow ANC live stream events, watch my ANC news, allowing ANC supporters, like we said, to share their own stories, and a rich multimedia content, simplified breakdown of ANC 2019 manifesto, and so on. So today we're unveiling this. Like I said, we've got about 8,000 people already. In a couple of hours ago, we have uploaded the app, and the numbers are going to increase. And we're quite excited about that, and thank you for everybody for coming and gracing this occasion, especially our veterans that we know. We want to apologize. We started very late. And Comrade Veteran Msimanga said, Mbalula, the new dawn is about starting things on time. So this thing that we arrive here and you started late, we want to apologize. It is beyond us and the technical guys. We thought by now we would have finished. And most of our leaders are on the ground campaigning, doing the campaigning, and the DSG as well. And the president is supposed to have an interview by now with a new television station, which you'll be able to see on the 2nd of May on the new channel, which replaced the Gupta channel. So we've got a new one, which is called the Newsroom. But I want to thank the veterans because Rorisang was supposed to ask you a question, which I thought was political and important, not the app and Android and all of that. About when you sign the pledge and say people today must vote for the ANC, why is it important now? Because you know where we come from, not so long ago, and where we are now, and what we're seeking to build going forward. But nonetheless, it has been answered adequately, I think, and I want to thank Comrade Snooki, the leader of the veterans, our president of the veterans, very strict They used to call him the propagandist from Bulgaria when he used to work for the SABC. So we serve with him in our election structures, and he's always pushing us. And I want to thank the veterans for coming, and everyone, media, and bloggers, and everybody will take this good story of the ANC forward. Just to conclude, to tell you that tomorrow we're having a Young Women's March and the launch of the ANC Duke Friday. We're left with few days to the election. And this coming weekend to us in the ANC is a final push of the election campaign. Next weekend, Siyanqoba at Ellis Park Stadium. Together, Ellis Park and Johannesburg Stadium. We're expecting the 140,000 people to be at the Siyanqoba rally. But on the 4th, we'll be having Siyanqoba rallies in all our provinces and the big cities. Because to us, this is a wall-to-wall campaign. We don't bus people to one area. We are going to where they are. And that is what is different from other political parties. They bus people to one place and then they say Siyanqoba. It's a distortion. Now the ANC campaign is wall-to-wall. You would have seen, led by the president, followed by our officials, we're doing door-to-door voter contact. And of course, we have heard our people talking to them everywhere and so on, and engaging them in their houses and winning their trust. And we're at the point where we can feel the campaign and that our people are saying, come the 8th of May, we're going to vote for the African National Congress. But thank you very much for coming and for spreading the good story of our digital space and taking our message of let's grow South Africa together to wherever people are. So let's engage, let's make South Africa work under President Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa. We wanted the president to be here to talk to you as well, but because of commitments, we couldn't take him out of such commitments and sacrifice everything else. We've got a pavilion at the Rand Easter Show. Former president and former deputy president Ntate Motlanthe will be there tomorrow. Former president Mbeki was there. I'm looking forward to former President Zuma. I don't know when will that happen, but it's far away in Kandla, so the Rand show is closing this coming weekend. So we thank our leaders for working with us. It has not been an easy path. It's been a difficult one, but we're confident of victory in advance. It's not been easy. We've had all challenges, and we are addressing those challenges on a daily basis, from the lists to issues of how the ANC seeks to project itself going forward. But we'll do that working with everybody together. And we are in that era where we think that it is important to work together and make our country the best ever country ever. Thank you very much. Amandla. Away too. Let's grow South Africa. Together.
Grow South Africa.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. You just spoke about the President of the Republic of South Africa, and he was supposed to be here tonight, like you alluded to. But this is an absolute exclusive. It's an ad that has not yet made it onto the TV screens. You are one of the first people to see it here tonight. It's a beautiful message from him to us. If you could kindly turn your eyes to the screens for Honorable President Cyril Ramaphosa's message.
The ANC has a very good plan, and a plan that I would call a robust plan, where we want South Africa to be, but the actual plan talks to how we address the challenges that our country faces. It talks to jobs. It talks to how we can grow our economy. NSFAS has been expanded. We are going to be funding more and more of our young people. It is also a plan that talks to how we can address social issues like crime, abuse of women and children. It also talks to how we rid our country of corruption. South Africans deserve the best of any service that we can give. On the 8th of May, let's all go and vote ANC so that we can grow South Africa together.
Wait, that deserves a round of applause. Absolutely beautiful. So you can confidently say you saw it before everybody saw it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for honoring our invitation. I'm now going to, I think, which is the exciting part of tonight, right? The app. And it's officially up, it's live. I'm going to ask our panelists to join me. Can go either this side or this side. And I want you to be some of the first people to interact with the app live. And then we'll open it up to everybody else. If you have not gotten it on your phone, if you have not yet interacted with it, this is a great opportunity that you will get. You can go ahead and check it out. All right, so let me see. This team is still getting set up. Let's see how they're doing this side. All right. So Nina is under Decent Jobs for All, and this is a place where it will give her an opportunity to get in and load, as well as get information. Okay, let me go check out what's happening on this side. All right, so Kai is busy scrolling through. He is under the video section, and this is an opportunity where there's footage of people explaining why they voted for ANC. So some of the cool features that you can find on the app, which I mentioned a little bit earlier on, is the live broadcasts, which one of them we had tonight. We have news, we have videos as well as songs. So if you've been struggling to get those good songs, this is a great place for you to get tuned in.
I want to be there when the people start to turn it around.
Questions? Almost done. All right, we're almost done. And true to social media, I actually want to see all our veterans behind this. This is our Instagram board. So technically, if you're on Instagram, this is basically what you look like. I'm going to challenge all our... Oh, there you go. Thank you. My friend, thank you. So I want everybody to take an opportunity to come in to our Instagram board and make sure you get an amazing picture here tonight. You need to come join me. I'm going to test it with you. We need to see. Can we test it? No. You need to stand here in the middle. Stand in the middle. Stand in the middle. Let's step back a bit. so we can get proper lighting. Yes. So you are on Instagram. You currently have 13 million likes. So you are liked by a lot of people. So we need a big smile in 3, 2, 1. Yay. Okay, cool. You've got yours. All right, who's joining? Take it down, take it down. We'll hold it for you so you guys can both fit. There you go. We need to hold it higher a little bit. Are they in? Are they in? In 3, 2, 1. Big smiles. I think we need to do a boomerang.